Welcome back. This week's Wednesday's child is truly a survivor. We're talking about Charlie, and it's a teenager we want you to meet who at first glance looks much younger. That's because he's faced tough challenges in his life and desperately needs a chance with a loving and supporting family. Here's NBC 10's Lucy Bustamante.
You're looking at the beaming face of a young man named Charlie. Believe it or not, he's 19.
When he was about 16 years old, that was when he first came into foster care, and he only weighed 26 pounds. It was suspected that he had been malnourished and pretty much deprived of socialization his entire life.
When caseworkers got him, he arrived in the fetal position. Once in their care, intense therapy started, and so did nourishment.
Charlie now, he weighs, I think the last I heard, he's up in like the 80s or 90s at this point. He's gained a lot of weight.
And gained a lot more physical function, too.
And that's why he's so busy, because he actually can run now.
His caseworker, Michelle Spicer, says the new family has to have energy and enthusiasm about continuing his progress and his therapy.
Because he's still learning about his world, he's still learning about the safety of the world, so he kind of needs that parental guidance to help him know what is safe and what's not safe as he continues to explore and learn.
He does have an older brother who he wants to keep in touch with, and Charlie just adores him.
His team does try to get the two together, just as a positive impact for both of them.
But the biggest thing is knowing that this is a young man starting from the beginning, a toddler on the inside who just loves to sit and cuddle.
And he actually appears to be much younger than 19, so his skills are on a much younger level as well. He's just starting to learn about his world, explore his world.
And he's showing an incredible amount of promise.
We're not sure how far Charlie will go, but he's a resilient kid, and we're really rooting for him.
And so are we. That was NBC 10's Lucy Bustamante. If you would like to make Charlie's dream of a forever family come true or help any Wednesday's child, just call the Adoption Center at 1-800-TO-ADOPT. That's 1-800-TO-ADOPT.